Hi, I'm Roy Murphy. You're watching the Bitconnect YouTube channel. Coming up in today's video, $10,000 Bitconnect Reinvest. Hello everyone, I'm Roy Murphy. Welcome back to the Bitconnect YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a $10,000 reinvest, and we'll be going through the different metrics of why everybody should try and achieve a 10k reinvest at some point. It doesn't matter if you start off with 10k, 50,000 or just $100 at the bare minimum. If you use the system, at some point in time you will come to this point in your Bitconnect journey. So whether or not you're fast forwarding or you've already done this, let's look at the different metrics as to the reasons why we want to get to the $10,000 reinvest. So we've got 26.82 Bitconnects in the wallet, so that should be enough to do a new lend. So I've moved everything over into the Bitconnect wallet. We're going to do a lend today. Let's go through the whole process. So we're going to do, bearing in mind the kicker for this at 0.25%, and that's not just once, that's every single day. If we look at the interest accrued daily, anything above 10,010, you get an extra 0.25% on every interest payment daily for the whole length of the term, which lasts 120 days. So you get your 10k back after 4 months. So let's do it. Let's go straight in and do a 10k reinvest. So there you go, $10,000, 26.29 at today's rate. So let's do that from the Bitconnect wallet. We have to verify this because we're not doing a reinvest, we're doing a new loan. Pay from wallet and confirm for 120 days locked in. So we've successfully sent $10,010. Okay, so there you go. We are in, so that is our 10k reinvest for the day. So let's have a little look at what we are doing with the Bitconnect calculators. So if you look here, you've got the graph here, which is in our integrated Bitconnect calculator. Now the calculators we've been selling for the last 4 months, they are no longer available for sale. They are only available to our team, and I'll show you exactly where you can get a copy of this Bitconnect calculator. Now, if you look at the graphs chart here, you can see the smooth blue line, which is your daily reinvest rate. Now this is set for the 1k reinvest, and there's a different graph for the 5k, and then there's the next kicker, the 0.25%, which is available for the $10,000, and we'll look at the differences between all of them. Now this is my personal Bitconnect calculator. I'll show you some of my graphs in a minute, but you can see that from the date that I started doing the interval reinvest rate based on what this calculator predicts, if I reinvested every day, this blue line is my metric, and if I use the interval reinvest, this red line always outperforms over time. So the longer you leave it, the better it is, and the actual Bitconnect calculator does predict that for you. So you can see I'm on day 107, so we'll fill that in, and I want to show you that over time, if I clear this, bearing in mind I had a principal of just half the Bitcoin at $2,250 when I came in on the 28th of August 2017, Bitcoin was at $4,500. So let's go to a generic. Let's try this empty template here. So this is actually just got $100 in it. So an active investment of $100. So let's stick in today's date. So if you have a Bitconnect calculator, you will need to go through this process. So we're going to add in today's date, which is the 12th of December 2017. And we need to drag all of these dates down to the bottom. So wait for the white box to go black, and then we double click and everything goes down sequentially throughout the list. So if we scroll down now all the way to day 365, so 1 year in with $100 into the system. Now many of the people in my team start off, as most people, I'd say 80% of the people out there start off with just $100. And I say just $100. For many people, that is a huge amount of their personal monthly income. So many people cannot afford $100. So let's say, for instance, with $100 within the system, let's see how that works for you in the Bitconnect platform over 1 year. So if you just do the daily reinvest, okay, I've got the interval reinvest on here, so it's showing me when I need to step up to the $1,000 mark. With $100, all you're doing is that in a year's time from today's date, you'll still be doing either $30 a day or $20 a day reinvest, and it's alternating between the two, 365 days into the future. So if you stopped doing your reinvesting every day on this date, A year from then, you will be taking an income. Your $100 will be generating you in the system $8,146 every single year, based on this average payout of 0.9%, which has been the average since the inception of Bitconnect over the last year. So this is a really good metric over a long period of time. So let's step up to the next level. So the next level, where you get your 0.1% extra every single day, is to do a $1,010 reinvest. So let's enter that and see how that looks over the first year. Okay, so your $1,010 gets that extra 0.1% kicker, and that $1,000 gives you a massive change in your yearly reinvest interest. So if you stop at year one doing your $1,010 reinvest every day, which you will be doing in the first year, you will actually be taking $100,000 a year in interest if you started taking money out of the system after year one. So if you reinvest every single day from the first year, you will be on $100K a year passive income. But you're not realizing the full potential of the system, because there's another kicker, isn't there? The next kicker is at 5,000. So if we do 5,010 and then look at what that does, we start getting into silly money. We're now talking about $700,000 a year as a passive income by doing your interval reinvests at different figures based on this calculator. So you'll see that your daily interest rates within 1 year is $1,900 a day. That's a $700,000 a year interest passive income. So to use the full power of the system, this is why everybody should aim to be getting in, to be doing the $10,010 investment. The investment that I just did 2 minutes ago. So let's go to the 1010. There you go, $10,010. That $10,010 over 1 year will be giving you, if you stopped doing your investing every single day, at the 1 year mark, it will give you a passive income in the following year of $1.6 million. So that is how the system works for you, and this is how this calculator works. If you want to understand how the calculator works, the calculators are now available for all members of our team within our new Discord channel. I'll show you the Discord actually. I will stick all the links in here. We covered this in our last video. So this is the Team Smurf area. So all members of our team have access to all of our welcome pages, the introduce yourself, the announcements, the frequently asked questions. I've got my YouTube videos, my Twitter feed, and then we've got different areas for different people who are signed up under Team Smurf, different tools, and we are adding to this every single day. We've got 3 active admins on at the moment. We've got 5 listed in the system at the moment, and we've also got another 5 coming over the next 24 hours. The people that have signed up and have been verified by me that they are part of Team Smurf, they will turn this lovely blue color. This is the Smurf color, so if you are blue within the system when you come over, this gives you full access to everything within the Team Smurf repository. And you can see there's nearly 100 people there. When I say 100 people, that is not a lot. There are now 7,000 people. There are 7,000 members of Team Smurf, so the floodgates have only just been opened. So this is why we need more admins here. So we've got more admins starting very, very soon. If you look here and you go to the Bitconnect calculator, you can see that the links for the calculators are now freely downloadable for every member of the team. If you want a copy of this calculator, all you need to do is look at the links below this video and you will see how you can sign up today to Bitconnect. If you're already a Bitconnect member and you don't have a sponsor, you can actually add us as a sponsor below, and you can see how to be part of our team and be part of the community. This is a growing community that is now snowballing so quickly. And the reason why that is because all we are interested in is education about the system. So we're looking forward to how Bitconnect works. There's also a generic Bitconnect link, which is also in the video below. And you can see there's lots of generic information if you're not part of our sponsored team, but you want to be within the community and having interaction with everybody who actually looks at these videos all the time. This is a growing area for people and team admins, and you can see all the different alerts and all the different areas here. We've got admin areas, and you've got different members of the community, different administrators giving their own perspectives on things. And if there are questions, rather than use YouTube, which is very, very similar to email, it takes time to do a one-on-one. This is where the community can actually get together and actually chat together and actually share information, share news, share different strategies on reinvesting and everything. This is the place you want to be. So download Discord from the links below and join our team. So before we go and sign off for the day, I want to talk to you about some of the other areas about the Bitconnect roadmap for 2018. So we actually spoke about this yesterday before this actually went live, and we spoke about many of these things, but I just want to cover it very, very quickly. Some of the members of the Bitconnect user group on YouTube have actually covered this in some point earlier on this morning. So we covered it yesterday. I just want to go through and reiterate some of these things for the roadmap for Bitconnect for 2018. So for January 2018, there is a security and UI improvement going on. Now that process has already started. If you've logged in over the last few days into Bitconnect, you will see some different changes, some different areas that have been updated. Features, building and adding more security layers in the web platform. So that process has already started, and that will continue throughout January. The UI improvements we spoke about yesterday. Much of those improvements are to do with the generic look of updating the site so it doesn't look as Mickey Mouse as it used to in the early days. It's come a long way, and it will step up to the next level again early in 2017. Marketing contests and campaigns. So this is for February, or by February 2018. There's a marketing contest for making marketing videos, banners and blogs. So this is something within the new platform which is going to be elsewhere. Many members of the team are actually working on adding extra value to the marketing that you do. So if you have a YouTube channel or you have a Facebook area for Bitconnect and you're promoting your referral links, or you're on Twitter, then there will be an extra repository to be able to aid you in marketing your own links. So that's something that adds more value to the system. There's a marketing campaign to be built around community, all around the Bitconnect coin, and that is also tied in between Bitcoin as well. Something that I didn't cover yesterday, that I didn't see on the radar, which I've looked into a little bit more, is what's happening by March 2018, which is the volatility algorithm update. That on our Discord channel has already caused a bit of a stir. Now people have actually seen this link. It says here, changes to volatility algorithm and adding more currencies for trading against Bitconnect coin, BCC. So the good thing is that this is two different areas here. So you've got the trading against Bitconnect coin in other algorithms. So that is different exchanges, and also different altcoins that will be available within the platform. Now, it won't all be, 100 different coins on day one, but they will start adding them as part of the Shapeshift network. So what does that look like? So I'll give you an example of Shapeshift network. If you look at Exodus, and this is my one of my wallets here for some of my altcoins, you can see I'm investing here, and I've shown this in many videos. If we look at the settings level, you can see some of the different coins that are available on via Shapeshift. So this is a way of using this to actually move Bitcoin or move Bitconnect in and out of the Shapeshift network. So you've got Aragon and Augur, Basic Attention, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Civic, Dash, Decreed, District OX, EOS, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, Funfair, Gnosis, Golem, Litecoin, Omize Go and Salt. There will be at least another 20 before the end of the year being added within this repository, and there are many, many more within the Shapeshift ecosystem. If you're using any of those and we actually activate that within this system, then there will be various areas that you can actually use your own web wallets or wallets within the system where you can actually trade independently between one coin and another. So that's something that's very exciting to be added to the system in 2018. The other thing as well that's got people talking are the changes to the volatility algorithm. So if we look at the cryptocurrency market, I said in yesterday's video that the market cap for today will probably rise between 40 and 50 billion and be between 450 and 460 billion. And today is Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday, which is the most active day. It has the biggest swings, the biggest uptick throughout the whole working week, which dips at the weekend. And I expect this to rise well above the $465 billion mark tomorrow to break all market cap records. So that will probably happen tomorrow. And the fact that there are all these different futures trading markets now coming online, that really does affect the trading within Bitconnect as an intrinsic and quite a closed system and other altcoins. So the market is growing and the volatility between that and Bitconnect has changed. The ecosystem has changed in different ways that trading bot can actually benefit from if it can anticipate some of those changes. Now, I've highlighted some of those changes that happen throughout the week. We know that Mondays, it's really, really good. If you look down the list, you can see everything's nearly green. Nearly everything is up because the amount of money that's coming through the system. This is money coming from the fiat world into the crypto world, which is why everything is up. And some of these are up ridiculous amounts, 18%, 20%, 18%, 28%. So this is an indicator that the ecosystem has changed in such a way that those algorithms can be tweaked. Many people were wondering a few weeks ago when Bitcoin went crazy, before it went from $7,700 up to like $12,000 in a few days. This is the new norm. And that institutional money that is coming through the system gives massive swings, and the algorithm needs to be tweaked to allow for those swings so that it can benefit all its users and be distributed across the ecosystem. So this is something that will be happening in the roadmap, where the algorithm will be changed to actually make best use of making gains. So it's changing the risk algorithm. So it won't be changing the consolidation algorithm, but it will be changing the risk algorithm to make the best use of the really good days you want to benefit the most and have a really good kick out. Now, I think those kickouts will be still limited to those 2%, which happen probably end of September, but it means you'll have more regular good days where you have a plus 1% kickout rather than the lower areas where people are saying, oh, Bitcoin's had a really good day today. Why am I getting 0.3, 0.4% when it's gone up 5%? So you'll see more of a representative volatility kickout, mainly because of the changes in the algorithm. Now, the changes in the algorithm are going to be cutting edge. And when I say cutting edge, the algorithm is now learning from artificial intelligence. Now, we've talked about the volatility algorithms before, and it's actually a very, very simple script. And it's a very simple script because it's a use case of pluses and minuses, gains and losses, and a risk assessment on how much of its portfolio it trades on a daily basis and how much risk assessment it has based on the RSI. So those are very, very simple metrics, but it doesn't work in a really, really volatile world. As good as it could be if there was a proper learning algorithm that learned to adapt in real time. So this is something that is actually going on behind the scenes right now, and it's learning with an AI bot. So this is a different level. This isn't the normal script where a human being sets the limits and the trade limits and the buy limits and the rates and the risk assessment. This is where the AI bot can now start to react to market conditions and remember and respond and be responsive and give better gains. So this is something that is the next level. This is something that gives the power back to the system. And this is something that has been emulated before, but never actually copied properly. So there are lots of imitations. There's lots of cookie cutter websites out there, but there's nobody can do this longevity and the sustainability like Bitconnect can. So I don't want to labour the point too much. So we'll go into the education program. This is something that I will be involved in the first quarter of 2018, and I will continue this educational program. It started off with these videos and now it is going to step up to the next level. So this is something that's very exciting for me, the education of people understanding. And I think the lack of information coming out from the Bitconnect platform itself has actually kind of caused some of the FUD. There are lots of questions that aren't answered, and if it's open to interpretation, then people can misinterpret the information. So what we're going to be doing over the next 3 to 4 months is tying down all that information and making sure that people have answers to the questions they're asking every day. And this will be updated. There's a whole team of admins working on this. So this is something really, really big that will empower the system to move forward later on in 2018. Marketing panel. This is something that will be a precursor to the BitStore area, which will happen hopefully at around June 2018, maybe earlier. So we got this is probably the biggest thing for 2018, is the decentralized fiat exchange. I covered some of this yesterday in yesterday's video, but now I've had more information on the decentralized exchange. This is the future. Decentralized fiat exchange. To be able to automate a fiat exchange regulated in a space that is worldwide is a massive ask. This is something that Bitconnect has been working on since its inception. It's really, really hard to do. But if this is done right, this will be the biggest launch platform for the following year. There will be no people out there saying that Bitconnect is a scam, Bitconnect is a Ponzi scheme. This is a massive revenue stream and opportunity area for so many people that are no longer or not currently in Bitconnect. So this will actually encourage more usage for 2018. BitStore we covered yesterday, new investment opportunities. This is to do with diversifying cryptocurrency earnings. So this is tied in with this agreement that is hopefully coming up. This interaction with Shapeshift. And September, feature building. So there are current features being added all the time. Some of them you've already seen over the last few days. And the UI improvements. This is to do with the rebranding and bringing everything fully up to date. So everything, I think this also includes the iOS platform updates, the apps, and the Android version being live and fully stable by September 2018. This is actually, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background with the UI improvements and also the apps as well. We've got the annual ceremony, which is now booked for October 2018. There isn't a precise date, but we spoke about this yesterday, and it's almost certainly going to occur in Dubai. So that will be an epic event, and I heard that it's going to be 10 times bigger than the first year event that happened in Thailand. So this, I'm looking forward to meeting so many of you wonderful people, you leaders within the network, you educators, and the people that provide value. They're the most, the people that I'm really looking forward to seeing next year. Partnership areas and integrators is something that I'm also looking forward to being part of later on next year. And there are lots of different APIs. There are lots of different platforms that I think we'll be working with next year, where data from the exchange will be shared with different platforms and people can integrate the different statistics coming out of the system that will be opened up to more and more people. So there's more transparency happening, and that's going to be rolled out throughout 2018. So next year is going to be an epic year. It's going to be an epic year for BitConnect, and it's going to be a massive year for Bitcoin. Before I close off, I did speak a few videos back about predictions, which caused a little bit of controversy with a few people, and a lot of people were asking me, well, what about this coin? You didn't mention this coin. I didn't mention all of them. I don't want to have different opinions. The opinions that I spoke about were the ones that I had the strongest opinions about. But what I did completely miss, and I meant to mention, was the predictions for Bitcoin for 2018. Now, at the time, I actually had it written down on a scrap of paper, and I probably sat on it. The predictions, even a month ago, were that Bitcoin was going to hit 25,000 in 2018, and that was going to be an easy hit. I'm going to revise that figure now to $40,000. I think Bitcoin will easily surpass 40k in 2018. So what does that mean for BitConnect? Well, I think $1,000 BitConnect should happen in the first half of next year. I'm pretty sure of that. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So for the people that join and say, I'm a year out, I'm not an early adopter, if you join now, you are still an early adopter, and there are massive earnings to be made. So sign up. The link's below this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Roy Murphy, and I will see you in the next video.
This video was brought to you by Team Smurf. We bring you new videos each and every day. To join our team, click the referral link below this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and interact with us in the comments box below. BitConnect, creating wealth for everyone.